You are the guy behind the whole no strip thing, right?
Everybody knows me.
How much did you make off that?
In a week, around 70k. 10k days, 15k days. After that, it just felt normal, which is insane. That's why I did the 70k in a week.
Maybe we can go through the account. I think it's going to be very interesting for people to see you speak about it and talk about why it went viral.
I know most of the big videos got taken down, but I can get very similar videos. This one, as you can see, I'm in an actual doctor's outfit. It was Tristan who gave us this idea. It was he said the doctor's outfit would just work so much better because it just seemed so natural. And it was such a good idea. And even all the comments, some of them are ripping you because they know it's obviously just some guy in a doctor's uniform. But the people who actually buy the product think it's real and it works so well.
Yeah, let's watch it.
Oh my God.
Tell me everything about this video. Like, why did it go viral? What specifically is it?
The first things is because it's a reaction style. So people don't think you're selling a product anyway. They see it with the wow factor as he's putting it on, and then they just think, oh, this guy's reviewing it. Let's look at the video itself. And then also I added you could see the black teeth and all that kind of shit. People get commenting and it goes viral insanely.
Oh, I can see here. Basically, we can put it on the edit to show exactly what we're talking about here.
Funnily enough, that comment at the top is actually my comment.
Oh, really?
I put the comment there.
Wow.
And it got so many likes.
That's crazy. Is there any other concepts which went super viral and made a bunch of money? Which are not taken down yet?
Oh my gosh.
I'm not going to lie to you guys, this product is actually a really good product. For one, this will stop you mouth breathing, which has a bunch of benefits like increasing sleep quality, stimulate your parasympathetic activity, plus you will even feel so much more relaxed in the day. Number 2, it will actually improve your face structure due to the amount of oxygen flowing through your nasal cavity, which increases blood flow to the rest of your body and overall makes you look a lot more attractive. If you think you can use other remedies like mouth taping, you are wrong. As a doctor myself, I would highly recommend this.
All right, Dr. Jake. So, this whole, obviously very smart. And I think it's really cool that the product itself has this really strong wow effect of, oh, this actually works. It's really, really good. And you can clearly see the difference and also hear it. Obviously, this is a high converting product. So if you would have to estimate how much money did you make off 1 million views on average?
Well, honestly, it was probably about 1 to 2k per million views converting. But one of my videos did 80 million views. I see. Which is why it did so well. But depending on AK the doctor one, that one would have converted a lot better. That one probably did around 4k per million views. But the main thing was the 80 million one, and it just went mental. That's why I did the 70k in a week.
Crazy. I remember last time we talked, you were still working your job. That changed now.
I know, I quit 2 months ago now. And shit's just, it feels different now. At first, I didn't actually like it, because it's the same stuff every single day. But then you get used to it and it feels so much better. You don't have the back end stuff. You don't have you got to go to work, then you got to do this for 2 hours, do all that kind of stuff. It just feels so much more better.
Are you able to work full time on dropshipping, or are you kind of still working part time as you did when you had the job?
Full time now.
But are you actually putting in 8 hours a day more plus, or is it less?
It's more I'm trying to do 12 hours a day, to be honest. Trying to get literally max amount of kind of a day. Also been trying to do different stuff on the side. With myself, improving yourself, to be honest. But trying to do at least 8 hours a day, up to 12, constantly doing everything.
Nice. So what's the main thing you kind of do on a day-to-day? Is it filming? Is it creator managing? Is it other things, thinking of ideas? What specifically is it?
It's still filming, which is the worst thing. I'm trying to get the creators, because I hate the filming side. But I do, I think, 3 products at the minute, so it's 6 videos a day. So it still takes a lot of time. But bulk recording is the best thing I've ever heard in my life. It works so well.
No, for sure. Do you bulk record per product, or do you do all of it on one day? How do you do it?
Per product. I'll do 14 videos for the week, and then I'll also edit them in the same day. Sometimes it spills over because editing does take a long time. But you try to do that, and then you have so much free time in the week. I'll have a day where I can just do loads of content research, which is the highest leverage thing you can do.
100%.
Easily. And then I'll have a day of just doing all calls with my creators, which is also a long thing, very draining, and doing videos along that would just kill me off.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yeah, I see. How did like everyone else react when you quit your job and doing this full time? Did your like family and friends, were they concerned, or how was it?
My friends from the start just didn't think I was going to make it work.
Yeah.
But now they did. They just see it as it's a normal now. Somehow it's just normal to be able to do this. But my mum still doesn't get it. Still.
Yeah.
But she accepts it. She's like, fair play, you're making like more money than me. Why would I not accept it?
I see.
And then my dad thinks he wants to get into it now. And I'm like,
Oh, really?
you ain't going to be able to record videos.
Yeah, no, for sure. You tested a bunch of Facebook stuff as well, right?
Yeah, about a lot of products.
Yeah.
Easily around 13 products at the minute.
Yeah. And you, like, we just talked earlier at dinner, and you're like, you were telling me how you're basically banned, and you didn't know that you have to, like, change up the IP things to make sure that, that Facebook doesn't hate you.
I never knew anything. I was like, I've had 3 of my personal ad accounts banned, 3 agency accounts banned.
Yeah.
And this is like a revelation to me now. I need this stuff because I didn't know you could get your laptop banned. Never knew that.
No, you need to ask. This is very basic information that like, what, like literally, hey, I got banned 10 times. What the fuck is going on? Everyone from the program would have told you, okay, this is weird.
I should have spoke to you, but
Yeah,
you know, straight away.
no, for sure. Are you trying to move organic products over to Facebook, or are you testing separate?
I'm doing this strategy where I try and get like TikTok shop products over to Facebook.
Yeah.
Because there's so many creatives out there already that it's just easier to replicate in a way.
Yeah.
And people aren't doing it, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you like what's the similarities on Shop and Facebook is. Like the biggest 2 similarities, I would say supplements. Supplements are so big on Facebook, and they're also so big on Shop. It's like the number 1 thing you can do. So I fully agree. Obviously the content style will have to change a little bit on Facebook, and like, I didn't even know that you're doing the Facebook style. Like, we definitely were going to have to talk about this specifically later at the Shisha place. But then I'm going to like, we'll look at like what you tested, how you tested it, and then we can take it from there. I mean, actually, if you want, we can even review it now. Like if you, yeah, like if you can show me an ad and a product, and I can go through what I like, what I don't like about it.
Are your energy levels always depleted and can never concentrate through day-to-day life? If I were you, I would try these mushroom gummies. They contain over 6 different mushrooms like lion's mane, turkey tail.
Yeah, so, all right, this is not good for Facebook. This is like TikTok Shop style, and it makes sense. But there's like a lot of issues with it.
Okay.
First of all, in general, we've seen that you usually can't really use the AI ones on Facebook. You like, it works, but UGC is significantly better.
Okay.
So getting a person to talk about it. Never ever use stock footage.
Okay.
Like this here.
That's new. I didn't know that.
Yeah, like instantly this is an ad. Like stock footage makes things look very unnative, you know? So this has to be like, the visual hook is horrible here. And the only okay thing here is, are your stress levels or whatever, like the line, what's the line? Yeah, are your energy like, but even that, like the word depleted, it's like too complicated. It has to be simple, like more simple, you know. And it has to be footage of this girl, ideally,
Like the actual person.
That's why we use UGC. Like if it has to be a storyline of one person who's going through something, and they've tested it all and nothing helped, you know. And then also we have like a bunch of hook variations, which we test probably 10,000 ads on Facebook, and we figured out like just templates for the best hooks. You know, I can send you the top 10, and then you can use those.
Oh, that should work so much better.
Yeah, like guaranteed, always. So that's that. Now, I don't even know if these like gummies are the best thing you can do here. It's fine, but I wouldn't make it so much about them like you did. Like the whole thing screams it's an ad. But it doesn't get the selling across. Like it doesn't feel like this is what she actually is using and it changed her life.
So it's more like the UGC round performs 10 times better.
Look at your organic videos with a nose strip. That's a good ad.
Okay.
That is good. Like the doctor who's like talking, like reviewing things. It's much more native. It's overall better.
That's interesting.
If you want to do Facebook, you have to do it properly. And what that means is the ads from the launch, you have to have 10 good ads. right away. And the product has to be obviously good, and the store also has to be good. And they're like, the goal is always breaking even. That's the goal. You don't like, you can make money right away, but like the goal, it's good enough to just be breaking even, because then you can improve things on the store and that's it. And I think it's good that you're looking into these things, because you already have a lot of skill down, and you should be slowly switching into this whole hybrid method of learning. Like, you have money now, you have the organic skill, and you need to just run Facebook properly, you know? I'm 100% sure, like, just doing the Facebook products by yourself. I don't know why we didn't talk about it. Like, you need to like definitely use us in terms of the program more for that, because like these things I would spot them right away, you know?
Yeah, I've mainly just been speaking to Patrick, to be honest, about like everything. Yeah. But if I can branch into like you guys, and you can help me even more, we can go
of course. Yeah, but in general, like how's life since you started making money? Do you feel different? Is anything different except for quitting the job?
Now it's been a bit different, because I've started like buying holidays and doing all that kind of stuff. But before, it's still the exact same, just working every day. Especially when I've like broke up with my girlfriend now, life's like just work, and then also gym and do a bunch of other stuff, but mainly just work constantly. Yeah, trying to like branch out into different areas, like not just do organic now, because that's the starting step. Yeah, there's so much more involved. So much more. Yeah, for sure. Do you have to break up because it was too much work, or like? It was more, she thought I was working too much and she didn't like it. And because I did it for like a year and a half, she thought I'd just never change in the ways that like, cause you get employees and then you don't work as much. It's just at the start, you have to put the fucking hours in. Yeah. Constantly. Yeah. I mean, I think it's good. It's good. Like if that is the case, it's better to do it by yourself, and like later on, I'm sure it's going to be much easier to find somebody who's more supportive about it, because then when you already are at the point where things are crushing, it's very different. You're saying that right now you actually are doing 12 hours a day, nothing else, just work still. Yeah, it's just like work constantly. We go to like the gym and do that kind of stuff. Sometimes go out every now and again because we have more time on weekends, but mainly just work constantly, trying to just get it perfect. Because you get like the brain fog and everything, and even the little things, like maybe like going on Snapchat or something, I still see that as like, I need to lock in more 100%. And then do that. Yeah. Especially from Sean, he's taught me like, he's been saying all this stuff and realize how much I need to more lock in. Yeah. Even though I'm doing like high days. No, for sure. I was telling him as well, a lot of money means not doing enough is losing more money. Like if you make 100K and you don't do the split test, you don't do the changes, you don't use the account properly, you don't go viral because your content is not super good, it's losing you thousands of dollars every single day. If you're in the beginning, you don't lose anything. It's just like, doesn't work, you know? Now you have the skill, and if you don't put in the work, it's like active loss of money. So this is like constantly what you have to have in front of your mind. What are your opinions on personal branding? Because obviously Mike is like a massive exception, and it does make your time, aka I'm putting a lot of time into Facebook, doing shop type stuff. So what is your opinion on that? I'm gonna contradict my actions a lot here. I would personally say that if you don't super take it serious, it's not worth it. In my position, the personal brand was so helpful. Like, it's so easy to connect with people. It's opened up a whole new world. But I upload 3 times a week for the last fucking 2.5 years, and it's like actually serious, you know? So if you do it, you have to commit to properly doing it. And you can't expect to become the next Mikey. Mikey is like, he uploads here and there once every few months, just goes viral casually and whatever. It's not real life. This is not. You don't even have to try. Yeah, no. Mikey is just like such a talented exception. It's like a very different thing. And you can't look at Mikey and think, let me just do what he did. So, if you just look at any average YouTube thing and personal brand, it has to be taken so serious to actually make it work. Only then it makes sense. Now, the question is, to take it serious, what does it take? The answer is a lot, like a lot of time. Like editors, the scripting. Yeah, for us, we have like the whole process streamlined, and we have like the best team ever. And it's like, for me, it's easy now, but it's not easy to start. Like, you will have to do all of it. In my opinion, it's not worth it to start with it if you don't want to pursue that as like a high priority thing. So, yeah. So it would have to be taken out of my like schedule and everything fully. Like, if just in terms of
dollars in your bank account. The money you make is not going to go up in proportion to the time you put in. If you would put all the time into dropshipping, most likely you would make more money. Now, unless you do the personal brand properly, then it's a different thing, But properly means a lot of effort and a lot of time. And in my opinion, you should first outsource everything in the business to be able to even afford the personal brand. Like I had a full team before I started anything in terms of personal branding.
That's a lot.
And I knew like it's going to take a lot of time for me. So it's not possible to do before.
Yeah. It feels like it's a completely different skill to learn in the first place as well.
So much different. Like going viral with like shorts versus making YouTube videos, it's so different. So different.
Like Jordan Welsh has got it down to a T.
Yeah, he's the best.
100%.
Yeah.
Them kind of videos would take years of just learning and learning when you could actually just be making more money.
Yeah, for sure.
Unless your dream is to like be a YouTuber.
Exactly. Exactly. So no, I would say it's not worth it. Yeah.
Interesting. If you were to go back in time and tell your personal self the step-by-steps of how you would make the business and what's the most leveraged task you could do to get that business to where even better than today, what would you do?
Oh, that's a great question. You know what I'm mad at? That I don't have my brain 5 years ago. If I would know what I know, and at times like 2019 or something, it would be so easy. It would be so easy. I remember back in the day how much bullshit I was doing. 7 or 8 mistakes, which were very practical, specific things, which I was doing back then. If I change it, I would have made so much more money, and like outsourcing too late, not hiring actual killers, and these kind of things were obviously massive. But in the end of the day, like the knowledge I have of what a winning product is now versus what I had back then is like night and day. And this is like one advantage I have from the personal brand. I just have an oversight over hundreds and hundreds of winning products and thousands of losing products. I can see everything, so I know exactly what a winner is. I know what a non-winner is. So just telling myself back in the day, just that will be insane. Then all the things I know about like store optimization and like managing ads and the content and how to actually make ads, which are really, really good now with a whole organic skill. And just like back in the day, that was not a thing, like how you make Facebook ads. You go online, you steal an ad, you copy it, and you try to make it work. You don't film. There's no filming at all. I mean, before this whole organic bubble popped off, that was not even a question if I'm going to film or if I'm going to like steal. It's like a very obvious answer, stealing everything. So
people still do that nowadays.
No, yeah, of course, but now they fail. And back in the day, it was easy. Back in the day, you could just steal things and it still worked. Now you have to be creative and you have to make things work properly.
Like 2014 Facebook.
Yeah,
and you just pop off.
Everything. I remember a friend of mine. He was telling me how he was just putting like bracelets on Facebook, like a picture of a bracelet and having like cost of purchases of like 20 cents. Like every 20 cents he spends, he makes $20. And it was like funny, like ridiculous, Yeah, but the difference was back then nobody was teaching you Facebook ads. You had to be in these weird bubbles to even understand what Facebook is and how it works and stuff like that. So yeah, I think these kind of things, obviously, like in my case, I would have done the personal branding way sooner. And also I would have used the personal brand very different. Now I get into actively use the personal brand to connect with high level business people. And that's extremely helpful because I get to know people. Like it's very easy to reach out to somebody and just like start talking to them without like it being weird, because it's about business, about like podcasts, whatever. And it's like I should have started with that way earlier. I get these like little nuggets from these crazy big business people that I know like I would have had so much more if I started earlier.
Yeah, because the leverage just goes insane.
Absolutely.
Because these people are just earning millions.
That's one thing, but also on our scale, one small change means the world. Like adding 5% to anything is a massive difference. Huge. It's $100,000 extra. It's like so much extra money because of small tweaks. Understanding which details matter. That's the main thing. Like I'm always the guy who's like, fuck the details, nothing matters, whatever, focus on the big thing. but that also comes at a cost of missing out on details which did matter. You know, in the grand scheme of things, it's a good way to think about it because that's the fastest way to make good money. But now looking back, I know which details I missed. So it's like, I would change these.
Would you say you more regret not doing the personal brand sooner or not hiring demons sooner?
I think it's very difficult to hire demons before having a really strong personal brand because the personal brand thing, it's an employee glitch. Like I have an literal infinite amount of employees I can hire because of the program, because it's like people, just a fan base. When you have a lot of people who look up to you, they want to work for you, you know? So it's very easy to find people, like to just get a lot of applications. Just the volume all of a sudden changes because if you get 1,000 applications, guaranteed a few are going to be really good. So yeah, I think the personal brand leads to the demon employees, which makes sense. So it's like all one thing.
So you don't have to like outsource it, do all that kind of stuff where normal people would do to find employees.
Exactly.
And they're already your friends as well.
100%.
You're mentoring them. Yeah,
100%. And not only that, like the other part is also just the fan base who are not even in the program. Just like me posting an Instagram story, I literally get 100 people who apply for the same position. That's not real life. Like you can't, like, this is not real life at all. So it's like very helpful.
Personal brand just like boosts that.
Yeah.
In terms of if you were going to start like a course, that's what you'd need.
Yeah. No, everything. Doesn't matter what it is.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
What skills apart from business did you focus on, either the skills you've got now or the skills you've got later, which helped you in life overall? And it doesn't have to be business.
Yeah.
Just in general skills.
I think the number one thing, if I would have to pinpoint one thing, it's going to be sales, like just learning sales. And it was such a painful, tough, annoying process, taking thousands of sales calls for the business, doing all this like club promoter stuff.
Oh, you actually did the club promoting stuff?
Yeah, bro. Wow. I was in Barcelona going up to groups of girls, having to sell them fucking all-you-can-drink parties every day for 8 hours a day. It was wild. Like, that was so difficult. It's so difficult to go up to like literally 10 people, 3 guys, 7 girls, and you have to sell them something. You know, it's like you're there with a clear intention. You want something from them. You want money from them. It's like and the worst part about it is there was 10 other promoters who went up to them already and they're annoyed. They just want to hang out at the beach, and you have to be the fucking annoying guy who's coming up as the 10th person and still be able to talk to them where it's fun enough for them to listen to you. Yeah, sales is just something which it teaches you the skill of understanding what a person actually needs. In sales, usually nobody's going to tell you ever, I hate you, I'm not going to buy your thing. They say, I have to think about it. I forgot my credit card. I have to ask my wife. I have to do this. Like they're always lying, always. So you're good. You have to see through it and actually ask the right questions to figure out what is a smoke bomb and what is real. Like, what is the real thing? Why do they not want to buy? What are they not telling you? And that's very helpful in regular conversations as well with people, because you start to see what they mean. Like, just asking the right questions. And for example, if somebody just doesn't like me as a person and that's why they don't buy, they're not going to tell me that, right? However, if I keep asking the right questions, and I'm going to be like, look, please be super transparent. If you hate my face, if you hate anything about me, tell me, please. Maybe he's going to tell me no. And like being able to ask the right questions and just understand what it is, being able to like just navigate yourself through these things. That's the number one thing which helped me personally.
How would you recommend a dropshipper doing like that? Because in a way, like going to a club promoting and that is going to take massively away from the business.
Well, that's literally what I did. And then I lost all my money because that's like I made like probably over $1 million with dropshipping.
And you went back to the club promoting just to learn the sales.
That's when I started doing club promoting. After making a bunch of money, I didn't tell any of the club promoters. They didn't even know I'm making money. They thought I'm just like one of them doing
just some guy.
Yeah, just some guy. Like, I made the decision that I want to prioritize me as a person over me making money. It hurt money so much in the short run. In the long run, it benefited. You know, in the short run, I literally lost 100% of everything I ever made because I was dumb. But in the long run, I learned a lot of things. If you ask anyone who makes a bunch of money, like, would you give away all of your skills you learned so far or all the money you made so far? Well, everyone's going to tell you the money.
Every time. Yeah.
Right? So this means that the skills are more important, which means that you should focus on building the skills instead of building the money.
Okay. Is there any other, except from sales, what you learn in the process of doing it, or you even want to learn to get better?
Yeah, no, I think specifically in business, it's just being able to motivate people who are working with you and communicate clearly without all the drama, and making sure that people are happy. And when you run a people's business, it's very different than when you run a numbers business. When you're running Facebook ads and you have you're a one-man show, you're doing things by yourself, just numbers on a screen, you change this, do this, make the ads, edit this, make this. When it's people, that guy broke up with his girlfriend, so now for 2 weeks he's working worse. What do you do? There's another guy who had an accident, now he's off as well. There's another guy, he sees another employee, he's not working as much as he does, but he makes more money than him. He's pissed and he starts working less. He starts hating the guy. He starts to tell me how shit the other guy is, and I have to see through who's right, who's wrong, if the other guy actually is shit or if this guy's lying. These weird new things which are just and these are things which you never ever have to deal with if you don't have 10, 20 employees under your company. So I think just being able to manage people and duplicate yourself. I'm always the top level people working with me are always people who know how I think, and they know if I say this, what exactly do I mean? What do I want? What should I not do? And it's these kind of things, you always get this urge to start to do things by yourself when you see the employee didn't do it as good as you. But it's wrong. You can't do it by yourself. You have to tell the employee the small little thing which he has to change instead of changing it by yourself. So that's these kind of things, just the management.
And then the employee becomes better than you after a while, which is insane. To me, that's insane to get an employee who's better than you, but that's what you need in the business. 100%.
100%. I have 80% of the things in the business, I'm worse than the person who's doing it. This is what I want. This is how I hire. So, yeah.
That's how you expand the business, to say.
Exactly. Yeah.
Would you say that comes under social skills as well?
Yeah, that's
all that kind of stuff.
Part of sales. It's all. That's my point. It's the whole sales stuff. That was all part of it. So, yeah, I think definitely.
Being charismatic, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's one part. But the other part is just understanding what the issue is. An employee's also not going to tell you anything. They're not going to tell you why they hate something. They're just going to be mad. They're going to be passive aggressive, and figuring out what the issue, you know what I mean? It's just actually truly understanding why things are happening, and just fully understanding the context, having the overview, understanding the bigger picture, not only looking at the action and be fuck this guy, but actually understanding the context, everything, So it's just being understanding and being able to look from the other person's perspective onto it. That's the main thing.
Yeah, it's not like a numbers game. You can't just look at a screen and find it out. You've kind of just got to have it it's an intuition, really.
Yes. And that's why I've tried my best to put this team together of killers in the dropshipping space. People who actually understand content, ads, TikTok shop, truly are good at it. And these are the mentors who are teaching students in our program. I mean, I'm curious how your experience was talking to us in the program and just learning from us.
It was a massive stepping stone, to be honest. And especially once you get into the higher tiers, you realize there's so much more to learn, which is it's double the amount to learn. And you learn so much different stuff. And the people you speak to is what you learn the most about, definitely. Because there's new people you speak to who are doing completely different business models, but they also can take information and put it into your business model, and you can extract that from everywhere in the program. But the main things are when you get to these higher levels. But even as a bottom level thing, that is just as insane as this level. It's just a step up. That's all.
And I think it's just the thing which gets you from A to B is not the thing which gets you from B to C, which means that first you only do the content stuff. And maybe you're listening to this video and you're oh, you're talking about Facebook ads, let me start this. No, this guy made $200,000 with organic dropshipping with 50% margins. This is different position, So I think it's very important to understand what specific advice you need to take in. And this is the problem with watching YouTube videos. I cannot always speak to you. I speak to Jake right now, and it might not be applicable to you. In a one-on-one mentorship program, I speak directly to you. Me and my team, the only objective we have when we speak to you is help you. Nobody else, just about you. So if you're interested in joining and signing up for a one-on-one free consultation session, you can click the link below. We're going to figure out if things are a good fit, and if yes, we're going to start working in a program.